Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, y'all, this came to me. Epiphany, right? Check this out now. Jake Paul, right? Who I don't talk about much. You know what I mean? I don't talk about a lot of boxers or things that I think, can distract from boxing. As you guys know, it's about 4 or 5 boxers that I always say, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because they kind of want, a little attention other than boxing. And those are boxers like, Adrian Broner, Tyson Fury, Amir Khan, those kind of guys. And then later come the Ryan Garcias and the Teofimo Lopez's. I don't like to talk about them much because, they're attention seekers. You know what I'm saying? Me being a basketball coach over the years, you deal with people like that. You know what I'm saying? So I can see that a mile away and just want to be attention. They can't come in the room and be one of many. They got to do something ridiculous so you can pay attention to them. Right? So when it comes to Jake Paul, for example, I don't know much about the Paul brothers and stuff. I'm not on their pages and know, but I do know that they've made it through their social media work. And when it comes to Jake Paul, even after watching this Chavez Jr. fight, right? I'm just watching that a little bit. And I'm like, well, hey, listen, love him or loathe him. He's getting better at what he's trying to do, and I can at least see a work ethic there, right? I can see a work ethic there. Chavez Jr. is not a horrible fighter, even though he's going up in age. We know through his career there was discipline issues, and we probably judged him a little bit more harsh than we would a normal fighter because of his name and the legacy, but he was a decent fighter. He underachieved because our expectations were high. We do know that. But even though he's 39 years old, if Jake Paul was nothing at all, he was supposed to get beat by this guy. If you just think about it. Jake Paul has started boxing, for 5, 6 years now or something like that? Not long. And, so at some point, even though I'm not a fan of this guy or anything, I don't got time for stuff like that. But at some point, damn it. Mike Tyson was ridiculously old. But, Jake Paul was able to make that look easy. He's only lost one fight, I think. And if I'm not mistaken, I didn't know which Paul it was, but one of them had fought Tommy Fury, and that when he didn't win. So I'm thinking this is Jake Paul. Right? Like I said, I don't follow these guys at all. Once you start talking Jake Paul, then I'm like, well, whatever, and I see that boxers are trying to fight him like Gervonta Davis. I'm like, really? Right? But let's make sure this is clear. I see a little bit of discipline. I see somebody trying to learn his craft, right? And, he's been the A side on these fights because, America's looking for something like that. Now, we know what time it is in New Russia. So, boom, you got a smack-talking white dude who's getting better and showing discipline. Americans are going to love that. So, cool. Jake Paul is in the house. He distanced himself against Chavez Jr. Chavez Jr., from what I've seen, wasn't doing nothing until the last 2 rounds. Then he start trying to come on, and that's just not enough for a boxer that's been boxing his whole life, period. I don't know the expectations of Chavez Jr., but that should be embarrassing as far as I'm concerned, as to be a boxer and go in here and just underperform like that against Jake Paul and then try to come on. These fighters will do that. The last 20, 30 seconds of the fight, the whole fight. And then they start trying to come on and stuff like we was really trying the whole fight. And we supposed to be distracted. And we just watched 11 and a half rounds, or in their case, 8.5 rounds where you wasn't doing nothing. But them last round and a half, you try to do something. Then we supposed to act like, whoa, man, if that would have kept going. No, bro, no. That's ridiculous from Chavez Jr.'s point of view. Right? He's supposed to have done better than that, period. But I ain't trying to get on him either because, let's hope that he hangs him up. But let's go back to Jake Paul. Jake Paul hasn't been fighting that long, has got good at his craft, and A-siding people, right? Making a lot of money with boxing. The logical fight for Jake Paul right now, let me see how you guys feel about this one, is Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Right? Deontay Wilder is the perfect fight for Jake Paul right now. It'll be very lucrative. Right? Don't you agree? They weigh about the damn same. Wilder's not bigger than this guy. This is way right in Wilder's Bridger weight area. Right? And Wilder's not that good. Right? Remember, he just started boxing at 19 years old too. You know, and he was windmilling and can't throw straight punches. Right? And from what I'm hearing, from what the feedback was from his last fight, obviously needs to retire. Right? This is what the narrative is. Obviously needs to retire. He's shot. So this is perfect for Jake Paul. A shot Deontay Wilder. Everybody should want that. The Deontay Wilder fans, to so he won't get hurt, right? Jake Paul, right? The Jake Paul fans and the ones that's gonna put that narrative out there that Jake Paul is really awesome, that he should beat a shot windmilling guy that can't fight, that's in the same weight class. Listen, he wants to fight Gilberto Ramirez, an active cruiserweight. One of the best cruiserweights. I mean, obviously he's behind, the Mario Brideses of the world and the Opateas, definitely of the world. But, Dorticus just fought Gilberto Ramirez. So he's probably not on that level, but he wants the winner of that fight, which is Gilberto Ramirez. So if he's ready to fight Gilberto Ramirez, then he would definitely want to fight Deontay Wilder. Because didn't he say he wants some of Anthony Joshua? So if he can want some of Anthony Joshua that's finished, then he should definitely want some of Deontay Wilder that's finished. So here's the thing, people. Let's all see if we can all, because I think we should all be in unison in this one. If you really think Deontay Wilder is finished, and you really think Jake Paul can handle these guys, Gilberto Ramirez, Anthony Joshua, then damn it, he should definitely be able to handle the skinny legs, windmill, never able to fight Deontay Wilder that is on his way out because he looks like he's finished. He is shot. Perfect for Jake Paul. Don't you think? Holla. Doma Sports Talk. Worldwide. And I'm out of here, y'all.